What's up, guys? Heavy D, aka Uncle Dale, on the Triumph Bonneville 750, old school cool bike. Very cool story he's going to share with us here. He bought this bike brand new when he was 18 years old. 18 years old. I'll let him tell you how old he is. I think he's 60 years old now, so he's had the bike for 42 years. Lifelong love affair with this bike. He's had hundreds of other bikes, but he had the wherewithal and the peace of mind to hang on to this. And over the course of the last couple of years, he's been sending me pictures of what he's been doing. He's done a frame up job on this bike, completely cleaned it up. He found it. Grab it up.
Oh, I just killed it.
The pipes sound awesome, Dale. So
They really do.
So I was just telling our viewers here that you had done a frame up. Let's
Well, what I did with it was I just tried to bring it back to freshen it up just a bit.
Yep.
And the motor, we didn't do anything to it. It's only got like 19,000 miles on it.
So how old are you when you bought this bike? I told you
I
you were
was just turned 20.
20. I thought you were 18.
Yeah.
You've had it 41 years?
I had it since this one here has been with me since the day it was new. I let it go for almost a year, and the guy that took it was a family member, and I said, are you going to eventually pay for that bike? If not, I want it back.
Yeah.
Well, when he had it that year, he wore off that want and need. He goes, oh, you can have it back. So when I got it back, it was in rough shape. It was old. So over the years, I just started buying pieces every time I would see something that was for that bike. And over the years, I probably spent $5,000 maybe buying stuff. But from the brakes to the handlebars, from the pedal to the brakes to the master cylinders, just everything that I could find new, we put on it. And
Including the gas tank, right?
yeah, the tank's new. I bought the tank from England. The seat was from England. A lot of the parts were from England. And then there was another guy I found out in Colorado by the name of the Bonneville shop or something. He was pretty knowledgeable, and he sold me quite a bit of stuff too.
Is this the original paint coat it came with, or is this?
No, this bike, this is the original color for this bike.
For this year,
you had 3 or 4 different options for colors. When this bike was new, it was the blue, a bluish color.
Like a blue with a white stripe?
A blue.
That's the same one my brother,
Yeah, it was blue.
Kenny's
And
Uncle Ray had.
This is the color that I wanted, but when I got it, it was the end of the year. They were selling it cheap. I think I only paid $1,250, $1,300 plus tax.
So you paid $1,300 for the bike. I bet you that NOS gas tank cap and logos cost, that probably costs as much as the whole bike, right?
I'm going to say just the complete tank with all the goodies.
With the new petcocks probably costs more than the motorcycle. So
Yeah, but,
see that investment quality? We talked this morning, you said that if you could live your life over, you'd buy a bunch of vintage bikes like this, brand new, and some Shelby Mustangs and stick them away, right?
That's what I would have done. This, if I could have afforded.
Actually, you did save up a lot of vintage bikes. You just sold a collection of how many bikes?
In the last year, I've sold over 300 bikes.
Yeah, and we bought quite a few of them.
You got
Maybe
a big pile of them. Yeah,
we got a
yeah.
couple.
Some of the
truckloads.
creamy ones that was all butter dripping off of them.
So this back to this bike here. Where do we live off? So you bought an NOS tank, and where'd you get the seat from? That's an NOS seat too, right?
I'm not sure where the seat in the tank come from. It was an internet deal that I seen it late at night when I'm in bed surfing for motorcycle parts. That's how you tell when you're getting old. And I started finding stuff, and I didn't know nothing about the people, so I just gambled and sent them the money and kept my fingers crossed. And a couple days later, I got an email that says my stuff's coming. And it was a real good experience buying from the UK, not knowing the people. The money translation was all done with the credit card, and it was a good experience. But it's as back to as nice a shape as I want it to be, because now it's a good rider. It's not a Trider Queen. We just cleaned it up, put on some new parts. But the frame paint, most of it is original. We blended in the back tail section. It was all scratched up in that. But this is the color I originally wanted.
What is it called? Is there a name for that?
It was a crimson or something.
Yep.
Crimson, but they didn't have that color. And then when I found the guy from England that was selling the tanks, he had this color, and I went, man, this is the color that I always wanted. So instead of putting the original one color back on it, this is like I got an old friend back with a facelift. It's, you know, but I really like the bike.
You got your girlfriend you had in your 18 back with a facelift and a boob job.
A booty job.
That's right, a booty job, yeah.
Yeah, we did the booty.
The ass has been lifted and everything.
But,
seriously, I love the paint job, Dale. The black and gold is a museum color, you know that. That's our company colors, and the crimson just sets the whole thing off. I dig the black and gold. The gold, show them the gold in the back of the seat, Kenny. That's NOS, new old stock Triumph. Seat looks like it just came out of the box.
The good thing is I have a stack of receipts that I'm going to give you. I would like you to have, and also I would like you to have this bike as well. I'm going to donate it to the museum. I want you to have it. It's been a friend of mine, something that I really love, and I'm getting into the age where I'm starting to let go a lot of my stuff that I want to see other people have fun with it. And
thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. That's really quite the generous gift. And you know, we talked about this a little bit last night. So, and I was really moved. I talked to Christy about it, and I talked to Junior, and I made a commitment that we'd never sell this bike. In your honor, this will stay in our family in perpetuity, because I'm going to sign a contract with Junior. When I die, he gets it, and he can't sell. He's got to give it to his kids. So it's going to stay in the Kaplan family.
Well, that's a nice thing to know. I really like what you guys have done, what you've accomplished. It's just mind-boggling to figure one guy did this with a lot of help from people, you know.
Yeah, I had a lot of help.
But you did
help from the man above too.
Yeah,
you know, God's been good to us.
You did a great job, and I really like what your guys have done, what you are doing, and that's just. That's a gift. That's a man gift from man to man.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever got a finer gift than this. This is a very significant part of my life. Those of you that know me from YouTube or personal family friends know my first real motorcycle was a 1972 Triumph 500. That was a hand-me-down to my brother when I was 15 years old. And my older brother bought the same exact bike the same year that Dale bought this. My brother's 59. Almost, you're 60, right?
I'll be 61.
So you're basically the same age as my older brother.
Right.
And I remember him picking up a brand new blue, and it had white stripes on it. Yes. Blue and white. And he used to, we were talking last night about how he'd ride wheelies all the way up the road on this stuff.
I think there was a blue and white was trimmed in silver or something. Yeah.
It was the black and gold and crimson is just stunning, and those are the museum colors. So,
but this guy that sold it to me, he said, I have everything. He said the gas cap, the rubber, the piece that goes inside, and I said, send me the whole deal.
And the badges and the petcocks, everything's good.
And it was a complete bing, bang, boom. And the fuel tank that was on it, I donated it to a good friend of mine that he has it in his motorcycle shop on,
that's
on
cool.
the shelf.
That's cool.
It's just patinaed up, but it's the original colors. And so this bike has made a lot of people happy.
And we'll continue at the museum here for generations.
That's great. Junior, take care of my girl, but I get to ride it when I come up.
I don't plan on dropping dead anytime soon, so he's not getting it yet. But yeah, we'll keep it in the showroom here on a tender with fresh fuel in it. So anytime you come up, you got to buy. If you want to fly up from Florida or wherever you are,
that's great.
It'll be here for you to ride.
Well, I think it will be a fun bike to ride. It sounds great. I mean, this is, I had Harleys at the time, low riders and old FLHs, and I always liked motorcycles, not just one better than the other. I just like the whole idea of two wheels. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And I saved an awful lot of my favorite bikes, and I have a 750 Nighthawk that I bought new as well, and it got away from me, left, and then I went and found another one, got it back. But that's one that I'm going to be leaving up here with you too.
That one we fired up last night. It had been in his trailer for a month, bouncing around, fuel sloshing in the tank. Usually the carbs get messed up from that. Typical Honda quality.
It fired up right
like a kitten. 6,000 miles on
this
it.
This poor old girl, the British did the best that they could, and it wouldn't fire up from being bounced around. But that 750, boom, it fired right up. And if I had to ever pick one to ride to California with no tolls, It would be a BMW. But anyway, guys, thank you for all the good times that we've shared with each other.
Hopefully just beginning, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Junior, thank you, brother.
Dale. Dude, thank you so much.
Thanks, Heavy.
Hey,
You know we love you, brother. Thank you.
I'll see you guys later tonight.
Sounds good, man.
Take care, brother.
All right, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dale.
See you guys.
See you, Heavy. So there you have it. You know, once in a lifetime you meet a guy you become friends with that thinks enough of you to donate his prized possession, motorcycle he had since he was a kid. So I'm really touched. You know, it hasn't really hit me yet, but it's real. It's here, and I know I've been watching him over the years collecting the parts for this. He was sending me pictures of the tank. He had the thing all taken apart, and this is the last bike of the 300 bike collection that he hung on to. He's sold in the last year. He unfortunately, sadly, his wife Beth passed away, and that was like a big turning point for him. And he ended up selling his trucking business. He had a 300 trucking business, and he sold the trucking business, sold his house in Florida, and just downsized. And now he's free, and he's this is the kind of thing that it'd be like me giving away my Mustang Saline, you know. And he has just really you know, he's a good friend and a supporter of the museum, and I'm just super grateful. I don't know how to put it into words. I don't know, it's just not something I think I can put into words. Triumphs have been significant in my life since I was a child. My dad bought that 72 Bonneville when I was 12, and he gave it to my brother when he was 16, and then it got handed down to me. So, and then my brother got a 750 Bonneville. So it's like, when I get on this bike and ride it, it's like a flashback to my youth and it puts a smile on my face. And that's what it's about. The vintage bikes are not only a work of art. I look at the fit and finish on the beautiful paint job, the black and gold and red, and the shiny chrome and the classic body lines. But it's a flashback to maybe a simpler time in our life, you know, where we didn't have all the responsibilities now, and it's just fun. So
I think a test ride video is in order. Not today, we're a little short on time, but maybe a helmet cam as well. But in the words of Senior, I think it's going to continue making a lot of people happy. We're going to get it on camera as much as possible for Uncle Dale when he's on the road. And, well, for two, just to keep her in tip-top shape and ready for the races when Dale comes back down.
We only keep the family bikes in the showroom. These are all our bikes right here, and Junior's bikes, and Mark Vesco's bike, and my friend Mark Summers. These are family, like best friend and family bikes only stay in here. Mark Summers' bikes are in here, and they all stay on a tender with fresh VP non-ethanol fuel, and we keep them running. So when Dale comes up to visit. So thank you, Dale. We love you. Thanks everybody for watching. Dreams do come true in America. God bless America.